is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Check. Hey, 57 colors. Hey, yo, go gun.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A run for Nick Chubb. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Now Stafford. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
43, 15.
Bravo! Mike 51. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
15.
Kill.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. There to stop him, Jawan Bentley.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Nice 7, let's go.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Yellow. I'll go on. Easy.
Check.
Yellow.
51.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes got an open man. It's QT. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Buzz, check hot route. Hot. Check 31.
Let's go.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Hey, 250.
Heavy on the edges.
Hey, 5-0. Alpha.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We got 25.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Finding room inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check 43. Switch.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They run it with Carson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Hey, let's go. Stop yelling. Go.
Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Yeah, he'll find Hall.
He's coming, though.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Yellow. 180. Correct.
I can't believe they even let you play. Tighten up. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Here we go.
Hey, 43.
Check 6 guys. Slam. Check.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. This will be, 38 yards out. And this one is right through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone. For a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
22. Hey, Haywood.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Lions.
We go set. 280. 45 to Mike. And middle.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They come out here in the eye. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Lions 7, Panthers 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Charlie.
You got to go right here. You got to play big. Right side.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, here we go, finish the game.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check 26.
15.
Check. Hold the look.
Yellow.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51. Orbit.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Blue 60. Mike 58, right there.
Let's go, defense.
They'll go again with Sanders. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
It's fourth down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here. It got his man complete. A big play there for the Panthers. 45 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Carson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's White. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Check. Hey, watch this, watch it. 15. Watch out.
On third down, it's Carson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out and short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Another run with Sanders. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
It looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Stafford on third down. And he gets it to Funchess complete. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Big 20. Let it go here.
Stafford on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with two guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
To try again after the sack. Mahomes, they'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. The Panthers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
No. Off. Shift.
Big ass.
15.
Kill.
Attack.
Hey, Mike 51. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Alpha. 51 to Mike.
Hey, check. Yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. The open man is Smith. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. Touchdown, Carolina! Kenny Golladay, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Right back to Sanders on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
First down, Lions.
Ready.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action. Stafford. Flushed out right. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Noah Spence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Watch the ship. Hey, 57, 57. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Showing up. Showing up. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. 15, 15.
Mahomes now on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Hey, 43, 43.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. 15. 31. Check 31. Sponge. 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 No, no, no. Shit, shit.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now Mahomes. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Yellow, yellow. Switch, switch, switch. Scene 6. Mike's 56. It's a party now. It's a party now.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Yeah, that's what I do. Switch.
Yellow.
Slam.
15.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Easy.
I don't think you got it, son.
Wow. 51. Hey, come on, oh.
He's coming. Double up.
Back to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, let's go. Calm the press. Hey, defense, let's go.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tighten up. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Slam. Check. Hey, switch gears.
Attack.
SOS.
Yellow.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that is incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert it on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stafford going to throw it. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check 4.
Now it's Stafford. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.